Hello, and welcome to Dave's Delightful Dishes. As always, I'm Dave, and it is such a delight to have you in my kitchen today. And today is another side dish Saturday. And what I'm going to do for today is going to be sweet potatoes. We're going to take sweet potatoes and we're going to mash them and make maple cranberry sweet potato mash. It'll be a great side for any kind of a sweeter dinner. So first off, we're going to start with first thing we're going to start with is a pot of boiling water. And I've got 3 sweet potatoes that I have chopped into chunks. And then you also have a 1/4 cup of dried cranberry, like 3 tablespoons of butter. If you want to do a little bit more, you can. You can judge that by eye when we're finishing that part. A 1/4 cup of maple syrup, and 2 tablespoons packed of brown sugar. So the first thing we got to do is we've got to, oh wow, that lid is a little warm. We've got to put the sweet potatoes into the boiling water. Preferably without burning yourself too badly. There we go. So that's going to go on and keep on boiling. Once it's back up to boil, I'm going to drop it to a simmer, and I'm going to let that go until I can put a fork through each of those. So I can put a knife through each of those pieces of sweet potato, showing that they're soft and ready to be mashed. So I will see you guys once we have soft potatoes. All right, so the sweet potatoes are soft. I've drained the water. They're still in their pot, but the water's been drained, and it's time to throw some things in. Let's get the butter in and the maple syrup and the brown sugar. And we're going to use our masher, and we're going to start mashing. Now, butter's going to take a minute because even though it's more or less room temperature, it's still a little cold. It's not quite melt immediately cold or melt immediately warm. So it's going to take a second or two while we're mashing everything else, and we're going to use this thing to stir as well. Just try to get all these flavors combined together. And that pot is still hot, so I'm going to use a hand or a bare hand to hold it, because I find things a lot easier to do this when I'm barehanded. And stir that together there. And then my final addition is I have a 1/4 cup, but I'm going to put most of it in right now. I'll save a little bit for top garnish of the cranberries. All right. And if you feel like they're too dry, you can add more butter, you can add more syrup, you can add any of these ingredients a little bit more to adjust it to your taste. But it smells good, and I know it's going to taste good. It's going to make an excellent side dish. So I will see you back at the main workstation for plating. Okay, well, since this is just the side dish, I'm going to put it in a bowl, but obviously when you're plating, it's going to be a side dish for your actual meal, so you're going to put it on a plate. I like to do, when I'm doing starches, I like to do 30% of the plate, or maybe even a 1/4. But this is sweet and delicious, so I bet you people are going to want more of it. But I'm going to take a nice big piece. Going to make it look like a scoop here. And I'm just going to add a couple extra cranberries just to jazz it up. And voila, here's a side dish fit for a king. Like I said, if I was going to do this, and what I'm going to serve this with is a bourbon pecan chicken that you'll have already seen. This is going to pair with that perfectly. It's going to taste great. You can always add some of those pecans on top or whatever else is going on. But I would try to put this with something where it's a foil, where you're not either having it not too sweet or have it where the dish is very savory, and this is going to counterbalance it. So anyway, there it is. I hope you find it delightful. And I hope you try this at home. I hope you write me some comments. As always, I'm up for suggestions. Challenges are coming in. You're going to be seeing them coming down the pipe here as I'm working my way through the options. So if you haven't seen the thing you've asked me for yet, don't worry, it's coming. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you later.